On a bright morning, Cinderella stood at the castle gates. With her warm smile, she welcomed them inside and led them not to the grand ballroom, but to a quieter place she treasured, the sewing room. The visitors leaned close, curious and eager. One picked up a spool of thread with playful excitement, while the other carefully tried her first stitch, concentrating with quiet determination. Cinderella guided their hands patiently, showing them that the first stitch, though small, was the most important. The room soon filled with laughter as the three worked together. The visitors admired the rolls of cloth, held up ribbons like treasures, and listened to Cinderella's gentle stories of sewing long ago. Time slipped by as their projects took shape. One began to twirl in a half-finished pink dress, ribbons trailing like festival streamers, while the other proudly lifted a light blue apron with a sunny yellow pocket. Cinderella clapped her hands with delight, telling them that their best creations were not perfect because of fine stitches, a sparkling button for the dress, and a tiny embroidered heart for the apron. The sewing room glowed with warmth as the sun dipped lower, and the young makers beamed at what they had achieved. Later, Cinderella walked with them through the castle courtyard, where fountains sparkled. In the bakery, the new apron was worn with pride while bread was kneaded at the warm oven. At the Midsummer Festival, the dress was worn with joy. Cinderella, watching from afar, felt her heart swell with pride. They sat together in the castle garden among roses and butterflies, walked along forest paths where the sunlight streamed through the trees, and marveled at sunsets that painted the kingdom in gold. Sometimes they even gazed at the grand ballroom, but they knew that the little sewing room had been the most magical place of all. Cinderella often returned alone to her sewing room, and so the castle rested in golden light, while in every stitch of thread, love's magic lived on.